welcome. Welcome back to my channel. And this is my first YouTube. Okay, so it's not gonna be a YouTube vlog. It's not gonna be very long because we have to do this. Another thing is I don't have a lot to say. Like I don't have like an hour of stuff to talk about. And usually when people do their podcasts or like people do YouTube videos or vlogs, they have a lot to talk about. They be having so much to do in their day and stuff like that. But really, I don't be having so much like to do to walk around and say and stuff like that. And yes, I am eating nachos. So don't ask. But one thing that I got to say, I want y'all to pay attention to, especially if you're like on the road and you're listening to this, or if you're like chilling in your bed right now and you're listening to this, I have to talk about God in here. So this page will literally be all me talking about God and His words and all the stuff that He downloaded into my spirit to talk about, to talk to you about. Okay? Thank you very much. So yeah. First things first is I went on my TikTok page and talked about the heart of a disbeliever or the disobedient people. And technically I said like all the things that make a disbeliever and disobedient and how they actually simulate. They're very similar and they simulate to one another because a disbeliever in God is just being disobedient to God, like rebellion, being envious of others, and envy turns to something totally worse because it's like envy is worse than jealousy because jealousy is just like I don't have something and I want it really bad and I'll do anything to get that, but envy is like I will take that person down or I will kill that person to get everything that I need or everything that I want or see or whatever the case may be, right? And one thing that I have to talk about because I know a lot of people are lost in like trying to cleanse their life up and get things organized and together and stuff like that. So you have to cleanse your mind because your mind is really toxic. It holds in a lot of stuff from trauma from when you was a baby, from trauma from when you was a child, from trauma when you was a preteen, from a teenager, and even if you're an adult now, you know, it just holds a lot of weight. And once you start to clean out your mind and you start to like to understand like, okay, I have to let go of the things that happened to me as a past. I have to tell my parents, hey, this is what you did to me. This is how I felt. This is what it's going to be from now on. This is the boundaries that I'm setting. This is the step back that I'm going. This is the things that I need to do. And this is things that I need you to do. You know, because everyone has a different way of parenting, and I also said that on my TikTok videos. I was like, everybody has a different way of parenting. Like some parents, they go off of religion because, you know, that's how they were raised up, and some people or some parents go off of just off the backbone. Like I don't really know, you know, my mother did this, or my great mother did this, or my great 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 uncle did this, and it's just been passed down because from tradition. And it's also parents that just go by a playbook. They literally buy books and read it and see what they can do as far as raising a kid. So, yeah, it's really challenging to be a parent, and it's really challenging to be a child. I couldn't even get that out of my mouth, but a child. And the thing is, you know, you have to forgive your parents because it's their first time parenting. No matter how many kids they have, all of y'all are different. I know you and your siblings, like, y'all have the same face, or we're literally identical, or we're literally twins, or like we're literally like we were born the same day, same month, same second. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you all have different assignments in your life. You all have different callings. Like one of y'all might be an entrepreneur. The other one might be a doctor, a professional in a degree working field. Another person, an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their own qualities and uniqueness. Doesn't matter what y'all look like. Because to be honest, black people all look the same. If we're being quite honest, black people all look the same. So yeah, and if you're white, you all look the same too. And if you're Haitian, if you're Asian, if you're Japanese, if you're Chinese, but we all have different qualities. We all have different factors. We all have different things that makes us different, besides looks. Okay, because we can talk about styles and trends all day, but that all is not really nothing to talk about. So like I was saying, back to the topic, because yeah, I can get carried off the topic real fast. So back up, like I was saying, like everybody has different way of parenting, and everybody has different way of coaching and being, a parent. It's hard to be a parent, especially because this is like the first time of being a parent. Like, doesn't matter how many times, how many kids they had, it's still gonna feel like their first time having a child, because it's like I have to do this, but this time this kid is way worse than my first child, or this kid is way worse than the other two, or this kid is way better than the other three that I had, or way better than the other four that I had, and it's just like it's really a struggle, because it's like I have to deal with myself, I have to deal with my family, I have to deal with, God, I have to deal with all these things, and I'm trying to support you the best way I can. But you have to come to an age to realize, and it could be whatever age, whatever date, whatever time, to realize that your parents are not responsible for your actions. You are responsible for your actions. You get to a certain age where you understand things, you understand how to think for yourself, you understand how to talk and do things for yourself, like go do your laundry and go clean up the house and go do all these other things. Like, you start to understand that, then you need to actually understand that your parents are trying the best to keep a roof over your head, the best to keep discipline in you, the best to keep you productive, the best to keep you in the assignment that God has chosen you to be in, the best of trying to keep you from being in danger and in harm's way. Like, a lot of stuff. And a lot of people just don't understand that. Like, a lot of children just don't understand that. And it's okay, because like when you're like a really, really young teen, or like a really, really young, kid or child, you're not gonna understand it. You're gonna be like, I want this toy really, really bad. Like, I want a Barbie doll dream house really, really bad. And I don't care what it takes to get it, I'm gonna get it. Because at the end of the day, my mom and my dad post their job every single day. Or they act like they have a lot of money. And they might act like they have something, or something figured out or together. And in truth, they really don't. They just take it step by step, day by day. And literally, that's just the truth. I'm not gonna hold you. That's the absolute truth. And it didn't come from my dad and my mom telling me this. I found out that this, and I wasn't raised by my dad and my mom. It's a long story but short words. I was raised by my family, and it was a lot of things I had to look out for. Like, it was a lot of times where I was like, okay, I understand that, they don't have money to support me. They don't have money for me to go away and be off in college and be off in wherever I want to go and travel and do all these different things. They don't have that type of money. Like, I'm not raised from a rich family. I'm not raised from rich parents neither. So we had to do the best what we had to do. And I learned eventually that parents are literally here just to support you. Like, whatever decision you make is your decision. Nobody's gonna take that decision away from you. And if they do, you need to fight for that decision, because you made it. It was officially established, right? So yeah, and that is the truth. But like I was talking about before, I was even saying this, because yeah, back on the topic, right? I was saying that, yeah. So shoot, what was I saying? Oh, y'all. I think I know. The heart. Yeah, it was the heart. So, yes, in order to cleanse your mind out, in order to cleanse your heart out, you have to cleanse your mind out. So, once you cleanse your mind out from all like the thoughts and things that you think you know, yeah, that part too. Yeah, that part too, because a lot of times we think we know something better than the person that's trying to teach us, and we just don't listen to them. We take our own advice because of our feelings, and because of our emotions, and because of our ways. We take our own advice, because it's like, I've done this before. I know what you're talking about. I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be our biggest downfall, because mind you, Iblis said the same thing. Like I was talking about on TikTok, I was saying like all the people, all the angels. I'm not gonna say people, because they're very extraordinary. Okay, very Don't get them twisted. But all the angels, they bow down. All the angels, they bow down. I don't understand why Iblis didn't want to bow down. You don't understand because he said, I have a bigger picture in my mind. I have a bigger picture. I'm not like y'all, and I'm going to prove that I'm not like y'all. Matter of fact, I'm going to prove that I'm better than y'all. That am I bowing down to a man that was made out of what? What is it? Dirt or dust or something like that? I'm bowing down to him. And I'm not even made in the same midst of him. Like, we should be nowhere near around each other. So God said, okay, bye. Doors that way. So, yeah. So, when you start thinking like that, you become bliss. You become bliss. And that's just the truth. Also, how to clean your mind out is by you letting go of negativity people. You have to let go of them toxic ex in the relationships that y'all in. I've been making so many videos about that. You have to let go of those relationships. Those relationships show you no purpose. Like, it does nothing for you. It actually takes more than it does for you. Like, if it takes more for you to put on a smile on your face every single day because you're in a toxic relationship that you know you have no business being in, like, that is stupid. That is so stupid because it's like, why are you in that relationship in the first place? Like, oh, they give me lots of money and they spoil me and they take me to different places and countries and cities. No one cares. Like, you can do that for yourself. You can do all these things for yourself. You can be single and treat yourself and spoil yourself. But first things first is letting those people go. Like, let them go and be whoever they want to be. Let them go and see whatever they want to see. Let them go and get their money for whatever they want to get their money to. And my battery's on 5%. But let them go and do all of that by themselves. Because apparently their mistreating you is leading you to like a very offensive road path. You're going to feel hate and envy for them because it's like, yeah, so after you left me, now you want to hurry up and get back to another relationship. Or after you left me, you want to do petty things to me, like pop my wheels or like do this or do that to me to make me feel some type of way. That don't make me feel some type of way. That make you look like an idiot because I truly love you. But you truly love a person that didn't respect you. Truly love the person that threw money in your face. Truly love the person that was literally toxic, just bad in all ways. But you love this person so much. And it's crazy because I think the reason why we love people that are toxic and negative and sick is because we don't know what good feels like. We don't know what true love feels like. So we value the imitation of what love feels like. But it's not real love. It's just the things that we think is love. Okay? That's something else I have to talk about. That's another topic I have to talk about. But like I said, if y'all do follow me on my TikTok page, please follow me. And it is Dira is undeniable 19. Okay, because I keep mixing it up. I did change it like a few times because I was in the process of making a new one and making a title for it and making like a little logo for my little profile. But I'm gonna keep it like that though, for sure. I'm gonna keep it like that. And if you don't know my name, it is Nadira Sakina Muhammad. And I would love to answer any questions y'all have. So please drop y'all comments and please drop your questions. Because I would love to answer any questions that y'all have. And any questions that y'all like want me or any videos that y'all recommend me to do, I would love to do that, I would love to do that. And also I would love to talk more about like things that are triggers. Yeah, triggers. Like I would love to talk about more things that are like triggers for people because I think a lot of us have a lot of trauma and I can fix it. I can most definitely fix it. But you gotta trust the process. And you got to trust God. Got to trust God. First things first. Don't trust me, trust God. Amen. Okay. But like I was saying, the heart is really, really precious. And the number one thing that leads up to your heart is your mind. And if you don't clear your mind out, you don't do no renewals in your mind, you don't change your mind, then you, my friend, will have a dirty soul. You, my friend, will have a dirty spirit, and you will also regret a lot of things in life, because it's like your heart is not pure and your mind is not pure. So, gotta start thinking pure. And the simple thing is to say, to start thinking pure, is what would God do in this situation? Which I literally just talked about, which is crazy. But what would God do in this situation? What would God do in this situation? What would you want me to do in this situation? What would Jesus do? Especially if you're Christians. What would Jesus do in this situation? And what does Jesus want me to do? And after that, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, that's like really the key foundation of like having a mindset of being good. Oh, also, before you go, because my battery's gonna die, and I know y'all probably don't even want to listen anymore, but also, listening to clean music helps your mind to focus. Okay, so if you want, like, if you have ADHD or you have any type of problem where you can't focus for a very long time, or you get easily distracted, right? Promise you, play some instruments music. Play some, it could be jazz, it could be piano, it could be violin, it could be harp, it could be anything. Just play some instruments and boom, your mind starts to calm down. All those overwhelming thoughts that's overstimulating and over driving yourself is so unused, like it's so useless, because like at the same time it's useful at sometimes. Sometimes you need, thoughts so you can actually be productive because you're lazy. Okay? But sometimes you don't need all the overthoughts, and they don't know when to come. They don't know what to do, when to do, what. They don't know which what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's where you come in, to be the controller of your thoughts. How do you control your thoughts? By the music that you listen to. Okay? How do you control your thoughts? By the frequency that you listen to. How do you control your thoughts? By the voices you listen to. You see how this all plays a part in the relationship? These all plays, even the relationship with your mother and dad, even the relationship with your sister and brothers, even the relationship with your family members, even the relationship with your best friends and best co-workers and associates and partners. Okay? That all plays a big role, because like, boom, you have something that you can control. Ooh, you are a controller. Like God himself, God says he's within you. He's within you. So clean that heart, so he can be the natural controller of your thoughts, the natural controller of your mind and your body and your spirit and your soul. Like, let him be his control. Let him be the controller. Okay, give him the controller so he can play the game. You know the game more than you do. He's the one that invented the game. Okay, so please let him do his part. Sometimes you gotta get out the way. You gotta move around. Yeah, move around. But besides that, I mean, that is pretty much like the biggest deal there is, And so yeah, that's pretty much it. And like always, please like this video, please share this video, and please comment down below, and make sure you subscribe. And as always, good morning, good evening, and good night.